New unofficial info appears every day about GTA 6. Let's discuss the most interesting ones and also see what the fans want for the game. Some ideas are really good and Rockstar might take them into account and implement some of them. We have leaks with 1500 word events that the game could have, and I'm going to name the most interesting ones here. Of course, I'll post the pictures and text on the screen so you can pause and see many of them. There is no question GTA 6 will prove to be one of the best games made so far. People are thinking the world will be complex and well crafted, that you will be able to immerse in daily routines and live like a regular NPC. Yoga, exercise, jogging, camping, hangouts, water sports and various activities are on the table. Fans are also asking if power cables have physics and if they can interact with helicopters, the result of this being having a power cut in that specific region. Some fans also hope GTA 6 has kidnapping mechanics like Red Dead Redemption 2. Instead of hog tying, you can intimidate civilians to surrender or knock them out and zip tie them, then carry their body around and stow them in your trunk or back seat. You will have to explore woods, swamps, marsh, beaches, oceans, cities and a large lake, but people are curious about what type of nods to the original Vice City map Rockstar will include. I think there's a good possibility that they make Key West a fairly big city. The mapping projects all think it's gonna be tiny. It has a ton of history there, especially its history as a place to smuggle stuff between Cuba and US, which could be great to use for a GTA game. People are also asking what if players could get knocked out in the street fights. They get a technical knockout dead screen instead of being wasted, and instead of respawning, they have to click the respawn button to wake up in the place they fell unconscious, which would be waking up after a couple of hours later in the story mode. Maybe with the addition of different cutscenes, like waking up surrounded by people mocking and recording you, being revived by a paramedic, or in an ambulance leading to the hospital. This would add even more importance for fistfights and their consequences. Fans are also expecting the wildlife will be upgraded from what we got in Red Dead Redemption 2. Dangerous animals like sharks and alligators might be able to damage your boat. You'd always feel safe in a vehicle unless someone bites a hole into it. This will make you feel less safe in a boat when you're in the swamps. Even crashing into large animals should be enough to break through your car's windshield and do some damage. And for sure, you shouldn't be 100% safe in an inflatable boat. From the police, the fans want a not so aggressive approach, but want a more challenging pursuit and interaction. It looks like they've given more animations and mechanics to work with, along with AI. A much more in-depth wanted system where the cops aren't going to try and kill you on sight for standing next to them is what people expect from GTA 6. It would be cool if they added features similar to Red Dead Redemption 2 where you can try to weasel your way out of a situation or de-escalate it. Adding some fines or tickets, verbal warnings, arrests aren't out of the question. People are hoping they bring back SWAT at 4 stars, the state and county police, tactically outfitted officers and some armored vehicles. NUs and FIBs with choppers and a whole lot of military-grade firepower for the 5-star wanted level. If there is a high density of people, I would like to see police trying to evacuate civilians out of an area before trying to shoot you, or at least not shoot you if there is a high chance they will hit civilians. Some are wondering just how much of Red Dead Redemption 2 we will get in GTA 6. Some think if a corpse is not found by someone else for a long time, the corpse will start to decompose, just like in Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be a very nice detail if it happens. It'd be cool to see pre-damaged cars on the streets of Vice City. The fans have a lot of great ideas, like having some sketchy suburbs areas in Greater Leonida. Imagine walking around a quiet neighborhood at night with the possibility of getting jumped or stalked by a stranger. Fans are thinking if you would be able to deal drugs, if you would be able to sell it to specific NPCs throughout the map. If selling in the wrong territory, gangs that see the sale being made may jump you or shoot you. If selling in a good suburb, clean, rich territory, you have a higher chance of cops going after you. Yet at the same time, you would make a lot more money there than you would in your normal territory. When running out of drugs to sell, you yourself go to the distributor or whoever is under the distributor to restock to get back to selling again. After some progression, you would get the opportunity to become the distributor, recruit NPCs, and they automatically sell the drugs for you. The leaks revealed a lot of activities to do in the game. There will be over 1,500 world encounters and secret locations to discover. There will be shark tank, diving, secret abandoned research facilities, rocket launches, wingsuit flying, and underwater military bases. The unconfirmed list of encounters include eerie and bizarre settings such as satanic houses, missing tourists, a big cat mansion, abandoned observatories, a voice in a storm drain, canyon etchings, and the Sarah Space Facility, which is a parody of NASA. The rumored events fit well with the setting of Vice City, a fictional representation of Florida. There are even more, it seems. Out in the farms away from the city there will be things to explore. Outside the city center we will have a warehouse sex robots location. It remains to be seen what we find here and how we can interact with them. UFOs will surely be present in the game, even though it might be a rare sight. There will be forests. We have in the leaks forest figure mentioned. Of course, it isn't confirmed, so we can be skeptical about all this info. A mummified old lady was also mentioned in the leaks. Farm monster man first, and Kudzu house mystery abandoned hotel might be somewhere outside the cities. In the wilds, we will see strange animal death box, and also there was a mention of voice in a storm drain. Of course, we can't be sure all of this will happen. First, they might not be true. Second, they might not make it in the release version of the game. And third thing, we aren't sure what they actually mean. It could literally refer to what the text says, or some could be a code name for something else. There is a chance to kidnap people or at least deal with the kidnapping victim. There is also a Scarface crime scene which indicates drugs will be included in the game. To what extent it isn't clear yet. Events like drug house, drug deal and drug lab were also mentioned, and this could mean you will be able to have your own lab and produce and sell drugs. It was mentioned the sniper nest and the sniper nest victim apartment, which could indicate a mission, a side mission maybe, referring to an investigation you have to do and discover the assassin. Yard sales are a possibility in the game. You might be able to pick up various items from there at lower prices. Working out is something you will be able to do, according to the leaks, as well as fishing, playing basketball, wrestling in the backyard, hunting, motorsports, mugging people, and so on. Police will pull people over and perform DUI tests, the sobriety test on people and maybe on you also, which indicate you will be able to drink and smoke and get high. As in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you drink a lot, you will pass out. This is what we can expect since the game will have things in common with Red Dead Redemption 2. Tires in the ocean means we will actually get an explorable and detailed underwater world like in GTA 5. There could be here an underwater base, and there is the mention of underwater research facility, which might be tied to the tires in the ocean part. If all the info leaks is true, it means the game will be an epic one, like something we haven't seen so far. We can see a far-right militia training and final visit. This might be a game mission, but it isn't sure yet. You can see now on the screen all the rumored events in GTA 6. You can pause and check each one of them out. During 2024 there will be more earning calls, and we can expect during them to have more info about the release date of GTA 6. Mid-August will shed more light, and also the one in November 2024 might give us more clues about the game's release window. Hope this video worked well for you. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. Don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye.